It is 27 before the hour. Talk Radio about 70 KVI. Kirby with you. Okay, now today I saw on Facebook, I think the Safe Seattle page, that a group of neighbors are getting together out in the Licton Springs area to clean it up on Saturday. As you know, Licton Springs is kind of infamous for having a tiny house village there just off Aurora, just north of 85th. They've had a few issues out there, increased crime, dirty needles, prostitution and drugs along Aurora, some fights, a lot of police activity. And apparently, from what I can see, the neighbors have decided that since the city won't do anything about it, they're going to go out and actually physically clean up the neighborhood. So I want to talk to the folks who are involved. Xeily Canini is one of the activists out there, and he agreed to join us today. And Xeily, listen, thanks for being with us. I really appreciate it.
Hi. Am I on?
Yes, sir, you are. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Tell me what the issue is out in Licton Springs. You're part of this group that's going to go out on Saturday and help clean up the neighborhood. Why does it need to be cleaned up? What's the issue out there?
Well, there are a lot of issues. I guess the primary one that's the most dangerous, I would say, would be the needles or other sort of drug-style materials that are just scattered around sometimes.
And is the city not responsive or not cleaning up the mess made by the people? I mean, I assume it's related to the encampment that's there.
Oh, yeah, it most definitely is. As far as whether or not they're responding, they're definitely not responding enough, even if they are, because I was a part of a group that cleaned up about a month ago, and there were just needles everywhere. We went down to a little river that was previously an encampment, and it did seem like they did some cursory bulldozing of the place. But besides that, there were just needles dug down into the dirt. They were down this hill that was going to the river itself, and just garbage and everywhere.
Now, there's a formal tiny house encampment there in Licton Springs, correct? And are there other encampments, like in some of the wooded areas, that there are homeless people living there that aren't part of that tiny house encampment in that neighborhood that contribute to the problem? Or is it mostly from that tiny house village and the activities that are related to it?
That I'm not entirely sure. I would imagine there are definitely other encampments not related, but they really are related because those encampments are just a magnet to homeless people. So even if it's not people directly from the encampment, they're at least attracted to it in one way or the other.
Now, you say you cleaned this up about a month ago. Is it so bad that it's only been a month since you cleaned it up and you all have to go out and do it again?
Oh, sorry, this was a different area.
Oh, sorry. Okay, got it. Okay. Now, Xeily, do you live in the area, and how long have you lived there?
I live in Tacoma, actually, and
okay.
I just know a bunch of people who live up there, and who are putting this together. I'm part of the leadership, but I'm more part of a broad King County effort that we're trying to help raise awareness.
I appreciate that. And how do you let people know that? I'm just curious. I saw it on Facebook. I saw it, I think, on the Safe Seattle Facebook page, which I check regularly because you all do a pretty good job of letting us know what's going on in the city, unlike the city government. But how else do you let people know? Do you leaflet the neighborhood? Do you have any type of phone communication, try and contact people? How do you get the word out that you're doing this?
Well, a lot of our volunteers are from the area itself, and so you're familiar with the Facebook page. You saw the picture of all the people there, and that's definitely part of it, as well as social media. We spread it a lot through that. I don't think we do phone, like just calling people in the area, but we also do city council meetings where we'll just go and speak to them.
Now, when this is Saturday, correct?
Yeah.
What time on Saturday?
So it's Saturday, January 19th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m.
12 to 2. Okay, so that's a week from Saturday, noon to 2. And where are people going to be meeting?
It's the Seattle Fabrics parking lot, 8702 Aurora Avenue North.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I know. Okay, 87th and Aurora, just there north of Jack in the Box, right? Just north of Jack in the Box, because I think it's 85th and Aurora. The Jack in the Box.
Right.
Okay, so 87th Aurora. So people want to help. And by the way, let me recommend the audience. This would be a good opportunity for you not only to go out and help something like this, but also go out and see for yourself. If you don't live in a neighborhood like Licton Springs where there's an impact in one of these villages, see it for yourself. Don't rely on me. Don't rely on Xeily. Don't rely on Facebook. Go out and see it yourself so you understand what it's like to live in the neighborhood. I used to live on Greenwood and 82nd. I used to live about 5 blocks from this area a long time ago. Very nice, middle-class neighborhood, well-kept houses, minimal crime. It's changed a lot in the last couple of decades, but I suspect the change has been accelerated by the placement of this camp and other camps in the immediate area. Is that fair to say?
Oh, yeah. I know one couple that, from actually the Licton Springs area, who they bought a house right before the encampment moved in, the tiny shacks moved in. And within 6 months, they had to sell their house at a loss because there were people just coming into their backyard as they were trying to walk their dog or let them go out to go to the bathroom, and they would find feces on their front porch, etc. And crime, of course, shot up by at least 100%.
Yeah, and of course, the city council says that's not true, right?
Oh, sure.
But
yeah.
they don't live in the area, so they really don't know. Yeah, but they say it doesn't happen. Have you actually been in that neighborhood and seen the camp and seen activities and what's been going on during the day? Do you ever get up there to take a look? Or is this going to be like one of your first times in? Because I know the neighborhood. I've driven by a couple times. I know some people live in the area, and I know what's going on up there. It's not very pretty.
So I haven't been to that one specifically, but I've lived in encampments before. I spent most of my life homeless, so I spent a good year in one encampment in the South Seattle area.
How'd you get out, Zia?
So we just decided to leave because it really wasn't going anywhere. We were trying to do it as a transitional sort of thing, but there was no encouragement to leave. In fact, they actually encouraged us to stay in a lot of cases. This was, of course, 5 years ago, but yeah.
It hasn't changed much, I suspect.
No, I don't think. I don't think so.
You know, the organizations get money based on how many people in the camps, and that government money is very lucrative. It's kind of what I call the homeless industrial complex. There are jobs and other things and programs dependent on the existence of homelessness, and I'm not suggesting anyone there would deliberately perpetuate a problem in order to have a paycheck, but I could see where they might be hesitant in trying to solve a problem to continue the paycheck.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, maybe I'm a bit more cynical because I think that if you are told, go and look in my backyard, I'm going to give you $1,000 a day, look in my backyard until you find a diamond, you're probably never going to find that diamond, you know?
But you did make you made the effort, so you're out now, you're no longer homeless, you're back in society, and you've left that way of life behind.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm a homeowner myself. So
it can be done, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, some people do need assistance, but the type of assistance that the city is offering is not nearly a solution. It's the opposite of a solution because all it does is it enables them to just want to continue that lifestyle.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? All right.
Xeily
Canini, who's involved with Safe Seattle, there's a cleanup a week from Saturday. Wanted to let all of you know this is your chance. You want to go help clean up an area, or if you haven't seen this before, you want to see what it's like in Licton Springs, this is your chance to go out, help clean up the neighborhood, the dirty needles, the garbage, I suspect some human feces. There's a lot of garbage and trash out there, and this is an effort by citizens to get together and clean up the neighborhood because the city's not doing much about it, and your chance to do that Saturday, a week from this Saturday, noon to 2, at the Seattle Fabrics, 8702 Aurora North, the parking lot, and the camp is just just east of there, just east of or north of 85th. And your chance to see what it really like. Don't rely on me. Don't rely on social media. Don't rely on the media. Go out and see it yourself. And you may change your perspective. So, Eli, listen, thanks for being with us on such short notice. I just saw it this morning or this afternoon. I wanted to find out what was going on out there and give our folks the chance to go and volunteer and see what's out there. I greatly appreciate you being with us today, and thanks for what you do. And congratulations on
pleasure.
Turning your life around as well. It can be done, right?
Thank you very much. And yes, it can. Takes effort, but it can.
Thanks. Hope we talk again. Have a good day.
You too. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. All right. So if you get a chance, Saturday, January 19th, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Check it out. Go see what you can do to maybe help the neighborhood. You want to join us, 206